just persevering through the struggles, 17 and 16 to hopefully 52 wins. Got to be proud of that and understand that those struggles are going to help us, I think, in the playoffs, right? Like, big picture. There's you have to practice the struggles, you have to go through those experiences. So that's, positive, even though it was not easy to go through.
No matter what happens throughout the regular season, it all doesn't matter. It's the postseason now. This is the playoffs. This is when it really counts, and this is when it really matters the most. So let's lock in on this.
Make the pass here. Here. If he's back, no. If he's back, there's going to be early help. He's going to cut you off.
Good. Good.
James Harden being a Cleveland Cavalier, how much does this shift conversations about what the Cavs can do in the postseason?
You mentioned that this is why you're here. What's the feeling now that the playoffs are here finally?
I think we're prepared. We're going to continue to get prepared. We know what we're facing. Toronto's a really good team. They've been all year long. Probably one of the teams that the league hasn't really been talking about. But defensively, really get after it. Obviously, you have Scotty, you have Brandon, and then they got other guys that impact the game, and RJ and Quickly and other guys. So we know what we have, in front of us, and our job is to be prepared to play a really good series.
What have you seen from this group that lets you know that you guys are right now?
The work, as we're working right now. Guys are still working individually as a unit. We watched some film today. Got after it a little bit today. The guys will continue to put the work in. So just trending in the right direction, making sure that we're prepared for Saturday.
And Cleveland's a good team. They have great pieces, like you said, UD. They can find it. It's just a matter of making that a priority.
A couple of different times today, you've talked about blocking out the noise. Is that a message that has come from Kenny? Is that a message amongst you players? Where's that stemming from?
That's just what I think. I think everyone knows that at this point with their playoff experience and just being in the NBA, honestly. You can't really pay attention to too much of the noise. If you're in a slump or if you're not, you got to just focus on what you can control and keep going from there.
The Eastern Conference is going to be a bloodbath. We talked about the West earlier.
Physical.
There is no easy path.
Yeah, there's no easy.
Through anyway, even the first rounders of the playoffs. If you got to deal with Charlotte or Atlanta, none of these series are going to be easy. Toronto, none of these series are going to be easy.
You just got to be mentally tougher. Find a way to get to that extra gear. Find a way to push through fatigue. Find a way to push through, tough moments and come together as a group and find a way. That's really the only answer is to get through it.
The playoffs this is what we live for. This is the most exciting part of the year. We all remember when we're kids, right? Like watching the NBA playoffs, it's just a different deal. And someone asked me, do I feel pressure? Yes, I feel pressure, but you want to feel pressure at the elite level. You want that excitement. You want that nervousness. That's as a competitor. That's everything. And you can feel it across the organization too. There's just a heightened sense of excitement. Of course, we'll see it with the crowd on Saturday for sure.
Everything resets. The regular season doesn't matter anymore. You're just trying to win 4 games to get to the next round.
They are a very well-balanced team. They have great playmakers. They got hot shooters everywhere on the floor. They got two bigs that are very dynamic, that can roll, that can pop. You know, this is what we prepare for, not last week, but whole season and our whole lives. So we're all excited to go out there and compete. So I think our team is ready.
Ready to go, excited, to compete against a very good Toronto team.
It's about sacrifice. There's postseason exciting. There's going to be a lot of lights and cameras, and this is number one. The main thing has to stay the main thing. And if you're not, if you're not in it with us, you're not in it with us. And I think it's an opportunity to relish and to really pay attention.
Left-handed guy that can play pick and roll going left. Welcome to the game, Mama Kellis. Because he makes them, we got to stop and slow down. If I'm playing, I want to get my guy Max Strus available and ready to go.
Kenny, you mentioned before this series even began, playoff Max was coming. He had 24 points tonight, which is a playoff career high for him. Is this kind of what you expected from him?
I mean, it's a great story, right? I mean, coming back from an injury like that, 7 months out, the anguish, right? The arduous process of getting back physically, and then the mental strain that puts on you. He is one guy when you look at how he works, and you're like, this guy's going to be ready. He practices individually for the big moments. We needed his gravity today, right? I think it turned the game for us offensively. That's what got us our separation.
I want the Cavs to play what the Cavs do.
Harden's gonna have to fire. Man, he had the 6'9" Ingram draped all over. Right in his Mobley along the baseline. Difference, game clock and shot clock, 7 seconds. Mitchell. Oh, God. Again, put it right in Ingram's eye.
Setting the tone and how you set the tone in game one. What makes a game one so important to a team, and then how do you mentally approach the shift and focus from whatever you're able to do in game one into game two?
Understand that no game is the same, really, in the playoffs, right? Like, we got to go back and watch the film, but I'm pretty sure they're going to change things up, and it's natural in the playoff series, right? So you try to, be aggressive. You try to have your imprint on the game, and I think the biggest thing for game two is just understanding that it's going to be even tougher.
I think these are the hardest. Everyone says closeout's the hardest game. I think after you win game one and try to get game two is the hardest game. That's how I look at it. Does that make sense? closeout games, or everyone's, oh man, that's the hardest game. I always think like if you win game 1, game 2 is it's a tough game because they're going to be on high alert. Obviously, they made their adjustments, so again, we have to come out as a more aggressive team. Kind of same mentality because they're going to come out hyped up.
It's a whole new game in the playoffs. It's a whole different type of basketball that you play. Physicality's amped up, energy's amped up, everything is just amped up. So you just got to be prepared for it.
Lack of field goal attempts in game 1 coming up shortly. Here's Strus, who sees a gap to drive, late shot block, and the league leader in dunks in the regular season. And Schroeder underneath, and Mobley with the finesse finish to Dennis Schroeder. And a tip, Mitchell in there, along with Mobley.
Seeing Evan's stats again, he's just in a, like I said pregame, he's in a phenomenal place physically, and then mentally, confidence-wise, he's in a great flow. Typically Evan Mobley game, you're like, man, you look at the box score, you're like, oh my gosh, he's 11 for 13, 25 points. Like, I thought he was really good again.
As much as y'all talk about us three, me, him, and Ev, y'all got to, like, when y'all go in there, Dean Wade deserves a bunch of credit for tonight. Like, he's been phenomenal for both ends. He's rolling, he's screening, he's defending, he's doing everything. And I know he only has 3 points, but like his impact is extremely high outside of just the scoring. So I need to give him his credit, man. He's playing at a high level right now for us. So
having a guy like that makes me and Jay's job a lot easier. I mean, he's been doing incredible, honestly. Like, it's tough on Brandon Ingram every second of the game. We need that from him every single night, and he's been producing that these past 2 games.
In front of this home crowd. How good were the fans out here tonight?
Great fans. Can't appreciate y'all more. We gotta get 2 more, so we need y'all to travel.
Need them to travel. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, just being on the road in front of this crowd, we all know what a great crowd this is, how vocal they are. Obviously get a little bit of travel, right? That's adversity. That's not easy. It's the playoffs. We expect them to come out again like they did in game 2. Like, they were ferocious, I thought. They really were aggressive and pushed our offense, especially out to the half-court line, like I said. So we can't be on our heels tonight. Not they're going to come out firing again.
This is a part of the process.
I don't think there's any reason to panic. Toronto was fighting for their lives last night. They did what they needed to do.
It's part of the playoffs. This is part of the process.
Give credit where credit's due. We knew it was going to be a tough game. No team wants to go down 3-0 and protect their home court.
We had trouble scoring all game, but so did they. So it was one of those type of games where it's tough to score the ball, typical playoff game. Joe, but I love our guys' fight. I mean, we fought like crazy. I think there's probably 2 things. I think we lost a possession game by 15, right? So that's really, really tough to win an NBA game and lose a possession game by 15. Then we lost a free throw game by 13. So, 36 free throws, 23 free throws. We got to turn that around, in game 5.
There is no rules, Every game is different. Every game brings something new. Every game brings a new hero, somebody who's gonna step up, So that's the beauty of NBA playoffs and playing the same team multiple times.
James Harden is one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. He's a scoring champion. He's a league MVP. He's lethal.
That's a real mental challenge to me, right? Like, especially in a game 5, 2-2. These are high pressure moments. You're down. You could feel the crowd getting nervous. I think we took a step tonight. Whatever happens in this series and all that, and next series, whatever, tonight was a test, and we kind of passed that mental toughness test tonight. Now the big one is like, can you go and beat this team on the road? This is why we play. This is why we coach. This is why we're in the NBA. I think you enjoy the moment to the utmost. Put a smile on your face. You go out there and compete. Play to your identity. I think that's the mindset.
Get it. 17. Swarming defense. Allen was waiting for him to block it. Cleveland. Mitchell going to pull a 3 and knock it down. Defensive player of the year. Kelvin Sampson, his coach, raving about what he can do for your team.
It's really the mental aspect of this game, and for this team, I thought we took I said it after, I forget what game that was, game 5. We took another step mentally, I think.
Right now, there's no other time to do it other than right now. Give that extra push, give everything you got. Everything's on the line, so just give everything you got. All I ask for the guys is just give more. That's all I ask. Just give one more effort, give one more push, give one more energy that you got, and that's all I ask for them.
Meltdowns at the end of games for teams. Strus going to jack and finish the deal.
Protect home court. That was the goal.
Right.
It was all about protecting home court.
Yeah.
How did you all get it done?
It wasn't time for us yet. We just went out there with energy and effort. And at the beginning, that was the goal going in there. Try to win the possession. Just try to be. Tried to be the most energetic team out there.
Really credit the Raptors. Darko and his staff did a unbelievable job. They gave us all we could handle. You know, that's a heck of a team over there. You know, and they got a bright future. They confirmed who we thought they were. You know, all season. So just respect for their coaching staff. That group of players over there. Fun watching you guys play basketball.
Keep their aggression.
Yeah, sir. Who's got it, Don? You call it.
Jay, what we got, man?
Jay.
Win on three, 1, 2, 3.
Win!
Do you think this team has an identity?
We'll see, Joe. To be determined, right? I mean, we got this is a first round, victory, and we were the favored seed. So, we still got a lot to prove.